Okay, so great question. Absolutely. We're seeing complete follicular disruption. We're seeing mensing for postmenopausal women. We're seeing estrogen dominance. We're seeing hyper and hypoglycemia at levels that I've never experienced in my almost 20 years of practice. And even myself, who's had a perfect hemoglobin A1C and continues to have a perfect hemoglobin A1C, which is a marker of diabetes, I started going hypoglycemic. And this is a function of what's going on with the pathogenic loads that are this 2-year experience is actually contributing to a lot of autoantibodies. I was reading last night that we are getting increased autoantibodies, and those autoantibodies are really coming from, I believe, viral reactivations of these viruses that have been sitting with us for a very, very long time. And so at the root, I believe, of what's happening is insulin disruption is creating a cataclysmic effect on our endocrine system. And we know that insulin creates the thyroid binding globulin. So therefore your thyroid hormones aren't working effectively. So therefore metabolically, you're not going to be robust. We know that insulin is at the center of polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is becoming ever more present. As a matter of fact, yesterday, I had one of my clients telling me that they want her to get a hysterectomy. Why? Because a viral reactivation has expressed itself. So they want to give her a hysterectomy. Well, how about if we manage the reason why the virus expressed in the first place, right? So, and manage around that rather than just removing organs carte blanche. We've seen a lot of men going estrogen dominant. We're also seeing a lot of the estrogen dominance and the insulin creating a tremendous impact and effect on mental health. And so we're seeing anxiety and depression and mania, a lot of that, even in people that have not experienced it in the past. So quite different. And the mechanisms of action have changed in the sense that you can't treat hypoglycemia with drinking a little bit of sugar or taking glucose. It doesn't work anymore. You've got to manage that C-peptide, which is being disrupted. And so you have to manage it with peptides. You have to manage it with pre-peptides. It's a totally different game. And I feel like I've made some massive discoveries around that. So we're helping people. And so myself included, I became my own human experiment, get back to balance around what the heck is happening. GABA is being super disrupted, and GABA is a calmative neurotransmitter, but GABA's 3 main areas of concentration are in the central nervous system, they're in our ovaries, and they're on the pancreatic islet cells. When that happens and GABA gets kicked out, we are follicularly disrupted, insulin disrupted, nervous system disrupted, and also vasovagal gets really impacted. And now you can't move your bowels because the peristalsis is missing because vasovagal nerve is impacted. It has to do with respiration and how we inspire. So much has changed.